today, but hey, we are here to share with you 3 of our newest products just released last week. So as you are joining in, we are streaming live from YouTube, from Facebook, and from Instagram. So if you can let me know where you are watching from and where you're located so that we can give you some shout outs as we go. I would love to get some feedback on where you're at. Okay, so we're gonna have a little contest today. I know you guys love free stuff, and the 3 products that we are releasing, the X-FlexCycle Pro, right over here. We've got the AcuCare Pro, which is a foot calf massager, and then we have the VibraCare, which is a foot ankle massager. We are going to be giving away one of each of those over the next over the live launch today. So when I say you've got this, I want you to share with me in the comments section what your favorite product is of Lifepro. And if you have several products from Lifepro that are favorites, you can't pick between one or another, let me know what you're having fun with, what you're loving, what you're enjoying, because so many people are just now starting to join Lifepro following. And we want everybody to know how you are doing with our products, whether your product is a few years old or whether it was just released. So when I say you've got this, I want you to make sure and comment below in your comment section. Make sure and comment your favorite product. And if you don't know the name of your product, give me a description of your product, whether it's a foot massager, whether it's a massage gun or a whole body vibration platform. And at the end of this series today, we are going to award 3 of you one of these different products that I'm releasing that I'm going to be talking to you about. So I unfortunately am not able to see all the comments popping up because I'm using my smart pad versus my laptop today. So I will have our support team monitoring all the comments below. And I know so many of you have been having questions about all the different foot massagers that are out there. We are going to do a Q&A question and answer series here in another week or so. If you could post your questions below as to what you are interested in hearing in a Q&A session from me about what our different foot massagers do, maybe what your needs are if you've got neuropathy, if you've got plantar fasciitis, Achilles tendonitis, or maybe you just have sore feet from being on your feet all day. Give me some feedback as to what kind of questions you might have so that I can cover those in a different component next week. All right? So as we are seeing a lot of people jumping in here, super excited to see you all here. I was on spring break last week with my family in Phoenix, Arizona. It was fantastic. So I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. That's why I've been away from social media. I actually unplugged for the week, which was great. We all need to do that from time to time. But if you've missed seeing me in social media with Lifepro, I'll be back here starting today, and I'll be commenting and sharing how I'm doing some different things at home with all of our different products over the next several days. So just stay tuned with all of our social media outlets as we continue forward, and you can see how Lifepro is changing my life and my family's life as much as it's changing all of your lives. In fact, this coming weekend, starting tomorrow morning, my 10-year-old daughter, I coach her softball team. And so I'm going to be taking a few massage guns, and I'm going to be taking the recovery boots. And so you'll see how I'm using those in the dugout and in our hotel room in order for us to games in just 2 days at the age of 10, right? So anyhow, super excited you're all here. Again, if you're just joining, we have released as of last week, we released the X-FlexCycle Pro, which is a multi-positional stationary bike that you can use in your home. We released the AcuCare Pro and the VibraCare, which are both foot massagers. They just do a little bit of different massages, different areas of the foot, ankle, calf complex. And so I'm going to talk about all that. And for the next week, we are going to be featuring those at a discounted price, excuse me, of 20% off. So for instance, the X-FlexCycle Pro, this right here, this is going to be on special for $199.99, 20% off all next week, starting today. And then the AcuCare Pro, we've got it's right here. We're going to have it featured for $103.99 and the VibraCare for $143.99. Okay. All right. So I know you've got this. Stay with me because we are going to release a lot of information really, really fast. And I know you're going to have questions about all this, and I'm going to answer as many of them as I can. But if I miss some of them, I promise I'll come back to the stream later after we have published it, and I'll comment in the section as to what questions you might have if I don't answer them. So don't worry if I leave you empty-handed today. I promise you, I give you my word, I will come back through over the weekend and comment in the sections below so that you get all the answers to your questions if I don't cover them all today. All right, super excited. Everybody ready to get going? Give me some thumbs up, give me some hearts, give me some likes. Let me know where you're at because you got this. All right. Okay. This right here, this is our AcuCare Pro. All right. And it is, get my extension cord here. This is a really cool foot ankle massager. So if you're one of those, you're on your feet all day, every day. I've been working some long 10, 12-hour days lately doing my magic hands work with clients for pain. And so at the end of the day, it is great to sit in the recliner and just soak my feet in these. Soaking meaning feeling the massage. There's no moisture in here. It's just sitting on in there, soaking in the relaxation, because we all need to relax and recover and experience some self-care. Self-care is by no means a selfish act. In fact, it is what's going to keep you going so that you don't age too fast. So this AcuCare Pro only weighs about 9 pounds, and it's really, really quiet. It features a heat setting as well as multiple massage mode settings. And then it also has air pressure. So here is our little control panel right here in the front. If you have supersized feet, meaning 13, 14, my husband can get his feet in here, but they're a little crunched for space. So if you have a supersized foot, we might have to measure and make sure that you're going to fit your feet with your Piggly Wigglies inside these little boots. And when you put your feet in here, make sure your feet are clean, because it's not easy to clean the inside of these unless you're using like a disinfectant wipe or Lysol. So this is definitely not something to be used in a commercial setting by any means, but you can wear socks if you're wanting to wear a sock liner, like a silk sock liner, or just make sure that your feet are wiped clean so that you don't drive that bacteria in there, especially since we've got heat going on in there, okay? All right, so as far as the size goes, it's 15.7 inches long, 24.9 inches wide, and 8.7 inches high, all right? I don't know about you, but it kind of reminds me of Smurf booties. So if you stick your foot in there in a seated position, it kind of looks like you got Smurf boots on. Kind of fun to turn on that imagination. All right, so let's go ahead and turn this on. Just an easy little touch panel here. And we have our heat setting, and we've got our massage setting. And of course, I got to flip it upside down because we made it so that if you're looking down at it, you can see the different controls. So here's our heat, okay? We've got 2 different heat settings. We've got a low heat, which is 104, and we've got a high heat that is 118 degrees. So you push that each time, and it changes colors, which will tell you which heat setting you're on. Your default setting is going to be 104 degrees. Okay, if you don't want heat, you just tap through it and you kick it off, and then you can still use the unit without having the heat on. If we push the M button, that is our mode button, okay? And we've got 3 different massage modes, meaning that you don't get to choose the type of massage, but when you stick your foot in here, you're gonna feel some roller balls tickling the bottom of your feet, and the different modes are gonna be based on how intense and the type of sensation that you're wanting. So for those of you who like it really deep, you're going to choose a different mode versus those who like it really easy peasy light. I've got super sensitive feet, so I really don't like people digging through those muscles, whereas some of you might have plantar fasciitis and you are craving somebody to drive those hands in. So we've got 3 different modes. So right now I'm on the green mode, which is our default mode. And then if I push it one more time, it turns orange. That tells us that we're in mode number 2. And push it again, and we're in mode number 3, which is the red. All right, now when we get here to this little button here that looks like 2 little jelly beans stacked on top of each other, bring this up close so you can see it. All right, when we have the jelly bean here, that is your air pressure. So if you're wanting air pressure, which means you're going to get that compression similar to the compression boot systems that we have, you're going to get air compression at the same time that you're getting massage, and it's more of a pulsating air. And then if you're wanting to increase the intensity of that, you're going to push this button down here, which is going to give you 3 different modes of intensity. All right, so we've got our low, medium, and high. Now, let me show you what happens here. If we just turn this on and we have default mode, whoops, there we go. Now we got it. Okay, so default, meaning you don't have to choose that when you turn it on, it automatically clicks on to specific settings. We have our temperature mode, which is 104 degrees automatically. Our regular mode is going to start in our basic green mode, and then our air pressure is going to be on, and our intensity is going to be medium. So if you want it to go higher or lower, you're just going to tap that button until you change it to exactly what you want it to be. All right. Now, let me show you how this works when you're actually sitting in it. So I'm going to sit this down here. And just remember, you've had a bad day, you've had a long day. You know you've got this because you've got Lifepro with all these different gadgets to help you feeling great. All right. So I've got my feet in the boots. My feet are 9.5 size shoe. And I know it's hard for you to see from the distance that you are. That's one of the challenges with this different streaming from different places all at the same time. So again, next week when I do a Facebook Live video of the different features of our massage, our different foot massagers, make sure and let me know what you're wanting to know as far as specific questions, and I will show you up close and in person, flipping the camera back and forth so that you can see everything happening in real time. But yeah, so you can just sit back, relax, you can bring it closer to you, and it automatically runs for 15 minutes. So after 15 minutes, it just clicks off, and then if you are done, then you're done, and if you want to do it again, you can do it again. But pretty easy peasy from the standpoint of how it is to operate. So remember, you've got this, and we've got you, and we're here to help you. So if you're needing foot, ankle massage, plantar fasciitis type work, or just to relax, you like going to getting a pedicure and you love the feeling of somebody rubbing your feet, this is your gadget. This is your device, okay? And again, for cleaning, it is not a waterproof setup, so you want to make sure that you are cleaning your feet are dry when you go in so that you're not driving bacteria into there, using some Lysol spray or using a Clorox or some kind of a disinfectant wipe, which there's so many different that are out there right now with the different things that are going on. And then last but not least, we don't want to stand inside of this with your feet in. So if you put your feet in, you don't want to be in a standing position using the device. You want to be in a seated position. All right. So that is the AcuCare Pro for $103.99 until next week. And then it goes back up 20% to its regular price. Okay. So you've got this. All right. Moving on to the next item. We have the VibraCare. Okay. I'm going to bring this up and close in person to you. This is a cool little gadget. It's very, very unique. It is kind of I like to say it like you can rock and roll it, okay? And so what's really neat is the way that it is shaped is if you have it on the floor, you can rock it back and forth, turn it around, all different positions so that you can use it for a variety of different locations on your lower leg and extremities. It does vibrate, and it very subtly vibrates back and forth and up and down. But it changes how you position. And if you decide that you want to relax and not have to bend down and change everything, it comes with this remote with an actual spot on here that it sticks on there with a magnet. So it's a magnetized remote control, which is something I've been mentioning might not be a bad idea, or a Velcro based remote so we don't lose all of our remotes. Because I don't know about you, but if you have several of our devices, it's easy to get the remotes displaced in some different areas if you're using our devices in different rooms of your house. So, but on this, with the VibraCare, there we go, it's going to be $143.99. It weighs about 11 pounds, not too heavy. And again, we've got the magnetic remote, 15 inches long, 12 inches wide, and 8.5 inches high. It's very, very quiet. Let me go ahead and plug this in so you can hear how it works. And again, if you have questions about the different foot massagers, I'm going to address all of our foot massagers next week in a Facebook Live so that you can see me flipping the camera back and forth and you can see everything up close in person, and you can get real deep into some of the foot massagers up close in person. If you are curious, you can go onto YouTube, and I have done a video of every single foot massager that we have out. So if you're curious about how to use them or the different features of them, and you're not wanting to go through the whole stream that we're doing today, you can go on YouTube and watch very short videos that we've already made, and you can learn the differences from that way. Okay, So we've got 10 preset programs, P0 to P9, and we've got 30 different levels of speed. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this on, and you can see it's a very subtle motion, very quiet. It's only like 35 to 45 decibels, so it's super quiet. Manual mode, it automatically starts in, the default time is 15 minutes, and it is not waterproof, but it does have a manual mode. And then, like I said, it's got 9 different preset options. Our low speed is going to be 1 to 9, medium speed is going to be 10 to 19, and high speed is going to be 20 to 30. So let's talk about the different preset programs. So if you see, if I push this button, much like our whole body vibration platforms, as I push the button, it automatically changes through the programs so that you don't have to turn it off and start it over again. So if that's one of your pet peeves about our platforms, this is a little different. You can push start and just work your way through the different programs until you find what you like, and then it sticks to it. All right, so let me come on over here. I'm going to show you how this works in person. And what's really neat is it's got this rock and tilt function. So if we're here, and let's say I want to feel it in my calves, well, then we just tip it forward and we bring it back, and then I can just lounge with my legs on top of it, okay? And it's just gonna vibrate through my calves. So it's a very subtle vibration. We're not getting a whole lot of oscillation. We're getting more back and forth pulsation, if you will. But the platform of the vibration of the foot massager, it is moving. So it's not just the pulsation without the surface moving. It is more of a very mild oscillation, but forward and backward. Okay. All right. So we can do that. If you want to feel the back of your calves from the other side, maybe with your feet on the floor, you can sit on the edge of your chair and you can just work the Achilles tendon here at the bottom. We can work with putting our feet on it from a seated position on top. We can tilt it back to us, and we can put our feet up like such with our heels resting on a little ledge. Actually feels really, really nice. Okay. There's so many different ways that we can work this around. And like I said, it's a tilting feature. So it just rock and rolls front to back, turn it around here to here, and the surface and the massaging changes. So if we're looking for a low setting, a very low setting for basic beginners, okay, we're going to choose P0, P1, P2, or P3. If you're wanting more of that middle ground to high intensity, we're going to go a P4, P5. So that's your mid-range of programming. If you're wanting to go high intensity, so you can even tilt it halfway in between and you can work range of motion here. So if you have issues with ankle mobility, we can vibrate while we're tilting, hence VibraCare back and forth, okay? I like to say it's a rock and roller, but it doesn't roll, it just tilts. Your high setting is gonna be P6 through P8, and then P9 goes back to being more that mid-level, level 10 to level 30. So you're getting a little bit of everything there. So I know that gets confusing when you're talking about it, but again, you can go back to manual mode function and you can get whatever speed you want and feel whatever vibration or intensity you choose. So again, that is the VibraCare. And so if you've got plantar fasciitis, if you've got sore heels, if you have neuroma in your feet, if you have poor circulation, neuropathy, and you just need a little bit of stimulation down there, you've got sore calves, and right now is track and field season. People are getting out and starting to train for mini marathons and for 5Ks, and you just need to flush out that lactic acid and all the toxins in your lower extremity. This is a really easy way to do it from a variety of different positions, all in the convenience of at home. So when in doubt, you've got this. So one other thing to think about is if you sit at a desk all day, it's ideal to have your feet at an elevated level because it situates your pelvic girdle in a neutral position. And so instead of having a footrest that's elevated, this is the perfect angle for you to be able to sit at your desk at work and type away while you're stimulating your feet. So why is that important? Because if you have low back pain, the way that you position that foot massager underneath of you because of the angle that it's fixed, you can actually help your pelvic girdle and ease the pressure on your low back, and you can stimulate the bottom of the feet, which if you've heard me in the past, 80% of your neural receptors are on the surface of the bottom of your feet. And those neural receptors, their job is to give your brain feedback of what you're doing in your surroundings and where you're at in space, but it's also stimulus. So the more that we excite those little guys, the more they're able to respond back to us when we're out moving around. And so that brings pain levels down, brings circulation and reaction up, and then keeps our brain stimulated. So if you're one of those that has to have the afternoon siesta, that's me. That's when you either need to get on a vibration platform at work, or you need to have one of these foot massagers at work to keep your brain stimulated so that you don't get the sleepies in the middle of the afternoon. So that is the VibraCare. Okay, so I saved the big one for last. This is the X-FlexCycle Pro. And hang with me as I relocate some stuff so I can turn this around so you can see it, because it's too good of a device for me to not show it to you up front. All right, and I'm at home in my living room because many of you have commented how you like being in the warmth of my home. You feel like you're somewhere else but your own home. So this is the multi-positional recumbent bike, okay? And it is easy to move around. You can fold the seat down, you can tilt it, and you can roll it around if you'd like to. Easy to move. All right, put the seat back up. From this position, we've got 3 different positions that we can work from, okay? I do not recommend that you ride your bike with your bare feet. I recommend putting shoes on, but for the convenience of this little series, I'm just going to keep my shoes off and just go with the flow. But I'm telling you all right now, make sure that you wear shoes when you're on one of these bikes, okay? So you can pedal your heart away. The bike itself weighs about 43 pounds. It has a max user capacity of 220 pounds. And as you can hear, oh wait, you can't hear it because it's so quiet. It's 40 decibels in noise, so it's really, really quiet. We've got 16 different levels of intensity or resistance levels, which are operated right here on this tension knob. Oh, wasn't expecting that to sneak up on me. So here we are, going up a hill. I'm gonna pretend like I'm going up a hill on a mountain, really cranking away. Yep. And now I really need to go back to flat ground. Oh, there we go. So it's that fast, okay? So whether you're just recovering from an ACL reconstruction, total knee replacement, even if you're just a week or 2 out of surgery and you got to get moving, especially an ACL reconstruction, you need a bike at home, you can get one right now for less than $200. It's $199.99 until next week, late next week, and then it goes back up 20% in price. So we just pedal away. Now, whew, heart rate is high, right? One of the great features on here, which again, I will show this as we get closer next week on Facebook if you are interested in specific questions. I urge you to go onto YouTube and watch the video that I recorded last month on the X-FlexCycle Pro up close and personal. So you're gonna see the control panel, the computer, you're gonna see how it's adjusted. So if you're curious about some of these things, you can watch the video that we produced about a month ago, and you can see all of that live in action with the camera just right over my shoulder. But one of the great features, we have resistance bands. Isn't that fun? Okay, so when in doubt and you need a home workout, you've got this. And you've got it with the X-FlexCycle Pro. So you can pedal and hold, stabilizing your shoulders. If you're a multitasker and you can curl at the same time, okay? I don't have my B3 bands on right now, but those of you who have blood flow resistance bands at home, you know that you have to do a little bit of exercise on a low level of intensity with those bands on in order to crank up the human growth hormone release. So this is another super easy way, if you're wearing your bands, to do curls at the same time that you're fatiguing your legs. I've dropped 47 pounds in the last 9 months, last year, combining all of the different vibration platforms and the under the desk bike and the flex stride with the blood flow resistance in order to maximize human growth hormone. So if you already have those, this is a great extra gadget. If you don't have those, you can send me a message and I'll explain what all of that is, okay? But right here, we're pulling, okay? Or you can just take a break. We can do upright rows. We can do reverse flies. We can do curls. So many different things we can do. When we're not using them, oh, we just lay them down just like that. Let's say you need resistance. This is not enough resistance for you. I'm going to show you here on the back. There is a tension knob right down back here that will adjust your resistance bands. So you can make that easier or harder based on how the resistance band is attached on the back. Now, what's really cool is if you're wanting to work on legs or butt, okay, we have these resistance straps on the back, and you can put your foot up and wrap this around your ankle like such. And then from here, you can hold on to the handlebars. And now we're doing leg extensions, working up on that booty, turning that watermelon into a cantaloupe, right? That's what I like to say. Okay, so we can curl. Now we're doing some hamstring curls. Okay, we can turn to the side. We can do some inner thigh strengthening. All right, we can turn away. We can hold on for balance and work the outer hips. So a lot of different things you can do with the resistance band. If you're wanting to work more of your hip flexor, we can hold on from behind us and just bring our knees straight up in front. So easy peasy to get on and off, okay? And as you can see, folds down nice and easy. You can adjust the seat height by this knob right here. We just turn enough that it pulls in and out. And from here, we just slide up and down, okay? So easily adjusted. Now, to change the positioning of this bike, you're gonna hold on to this knob right here. And again, it's kind of, you're gonna rotate it until it pulls. And from here, this is the tricky part. You wanna brace your foot on the on the stabilizer bar at the bottom so it doesn't collapse too quick. But from here, you can go from this more reclining position. So let me tighten up here. So we give it a little wiggle. There we go. Now, the more you use this, the more it should loosen up so it's easier for you. But if we're leaning back, if you like to be one of those that's leaning back, okay, we can lean back a little bit and pedal out more in front of us. Okay, so if you're more the person who likes to lean back and watch TV at the gym, you don't want to be more upright, this is your bike. If you don't like having the seat back and you're working on your posture, you can sit upright and hold on and still pedal, working those abs, right? Ooh, we are burning. Yep, that works. Really good crunches, throw it into the mix there, okay? And then from here, again, we're gonna brace our foot down here. We're gonna loosen this up to release until we feel it coming out. There we go. And then we're gonna slide it up nice and easy. And then we're right back to where we started. Now, we can go all the way up. There's several different points here on the back. But again, it's high, mid, and low. So you can be semi-recumbent, all the way leaning back, or straight up and down. But anyhow, that is our X-FlexCycle Pro, all right? And all those were released last week. The X-FlexCycle Pro, it has a computer. I'm gonna tilt this forward so you can see how this computer looks. So you have your computer here, and your computer is gonna show you your speed, your time. The odometer keeps track of your distance, calories, pulse, and then it's got one mode that will go through all of them as you push the blue button. And you can go through all of it. It keeps track of all those metrics for you so that you know what's going on. All right. And then last but not least, we have adjustable pedals down here. So if you like having the straps on your foot, you can leave the straps on. And if you don't like having the straps off, you can easily adjust them off. But one of the great features, folds, tilt, easily push around. All right. Okay, now, I know that you've all been tuning in and watching this. Just remember, when you're trying to change your life and you're trying to work on you, and you're trying to find ways to do that without going to the gym, just remember that you've got this, because with Lifepro and with me on your team, we can work together in order to get you to where you're feeling better, getting closer to the best version of yourself that you're wanting to become, whether you're in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s like I am, or all the way up to your 80s. Not everybody is all that comfortable with going to the gym right now, or going to therapy, and you want to do stuff at home because it's convenient for you to be at home. So between the X-FlexCycle Pro, the VibraCare, and the AcuCare Pro, let's get this here. There we go. There's our AcuCare Pro. Just remember you've got this, and we're here to help and we're here to support you. So after you decide to purchase one of these items, just remember everything that Joel and Lifepro sells has a limited lifetime warranty. So if you have any trouble with your device, we're going to help you in making sure that it's fixed and taken care of. So make sure that you register each one of your devices within 14 days after you purchase it, so that we can help you if you happen to have any flaws along the way. So whether you've got it or not, we've got you. And so that's what we're here for. Customer service with Lifepro is superb, state of the art at the top, or I would not be working for them, because that's part of my value set. And so I like to represent the values of the people. And so Joel is really adamant about making sure that all of our customers are serviced at world-class expectations. So that being said, let me see what we've got coming in. And just remember, when in doubt, you've got this, and we're here to help you. So let me see. Okay. If you guys can, I've got my support team. So if you guys want to send me the names of our winners, that would be awesome. I'm going to see right here if there's a chance that I can see what the comments or questions are that are coming in. And oh, here we are. We are seeing some people. Yay! Awesome, Quincy. I'm so excited that you've been happy with our customer service. And those of you who have the Oculax, I love it. It's like one of my favorite devices. And of course, the Rumble X. Oh, Missy, super excited to see you, girl. Now, Missy, I want to tell you something about Missy. Missy started with us a while back, and she's got this amazing dog. And her dog does her exercises with her. Her dog has his own platform. So they do things side to side. And so Missy and I are always commenting back and forth every day, so that we can see what they're doing, because it's inspiring to watch them. So, and I see Beth is here, and Bonnie and Carla. You guys all rock. Hi, Ash. Nice to see you again today. Somebody asked me how you fold this up, and it actually doesn't fold flat like some of our other things, like the treadmill, but the seat folds, and then you can just tilt it around. It weighs 43 pounds. If you're needing to adjust the height of the seat, okay, let me stand up here. It is a turn to counterclockwise until you can pull. And then when you pull, you can slide up and down so that you can adjust to your height however you want to, okay? And again, weight capacity is 220 pounds. Let's see where we can lock this in. There we go. And then from the different positions of the recumbent, we're going to unscrew this counterclockwise until we can wiggle it enough. There we go. So we're up about as high as we can go here. So I'm going to pull ever so gently and let it settle. There's one position that's pretty flat. Okay, so there's one position here. And for me, the way I look on here, leaning way back like I'm in the lazy boy recliner, right? I personally don't like to lean back that far, but everybody likes stuff that's different, okay? And then if we take it up just a notch, let me stand up, because the secret here is to making sure that you're holding on with your foot, and then you can either adjust here at the handle or you can adjust here at the seat, okay? Whoops, I got this backwards. We step on the front and we wiggle this ever so slightly. And again, the more you use it, the more it adjusts. There we go. And we're back to more of a semi-recumbent. So leaning back just a little bit until we get all the way up and down. Okay. Yay. I can't wait to see, Karen, how you like yours. I'm interested in you commenting after you've had a chance to use it. And Ash, I'm so happy to hear that you love the X-Flex because it's a brand new product. And so I'm excited to hear how you are all liking it. So make sure and take a photo or send us a video and let us know what are your goals and how are you doing with it so that we can help you maximize the effect of our devices in your home. And oh my gosh, I love you, Beth. We've got You've got this, girl. We've got the Rumble X Pro, we've got the Vitalize, we've got the Verger, the FlexStride, Velocity, the Allegra, the Thrive, the Pulse FX, the Dynamini, the Sonic LX. You, girl, are VMP, VIP, MVP, like Lifepro all over. I love it. And yes, love it, Bonnie. You guys are awesome. And Pat, I'm hearing you. You're replying to Beth that you sound like me. Yes, because we all love Life Pro, right? We all love it. So love the Rumble X Pro, Lori, and I'm super excited to see you on here all the time. You guys are awesome. You guys brighten up my spirit just the same as what you say I brighten up your day. So I'm so excited that you're all interacting because, like I said, I have missed all of you guys because I've been on vacation. And when I go on vacation, I completely unblog so that I can enjoy the moment with my family because it's like doesn't happen all the time. So I got to hang out with my mom and her senior aging athletes. We were in Tempe, Arizona, and she lives in a senior retirement community in which there's like 400 homes through there. And so we were partying up with the aging athletes, and it was so much fun. They absolutely crack me up. I love them. So if you are here listening from Tempe, Arizona, and you're my mom's friends, hello, happy to see you again. It was a great week last week. And for those of you who are joining in, we have released 2 foot massagers and the multi-recumbent bike. So, okay, let's see what we got. Okay, just so you know, the X-FlexCycle Pro does not fold down completely. The seat folds down and you can roll it away, but it doesn't fold down completely flat like some of our other devices do. So just to make sure you know that ahead of time, if you're wanting to fold it up flat to like this tiny, like some of our treadmills, it doesn't fold flat like that, to my knowledge. And because it has the resistance bands underneath, it can be a little tricky if you're wanting to move it around if you're wanting to save space. But honestly, as big as it is, meaning it's really not all that big, if you look at some of the other devices that you can use at the commercial gym, this little guy is still capable of holding 220 pounds and is still able to give you the resistance that you're looking for. Like I said, I had it cranked up to 16 on the levels, and it was like, oh my gosh, just cranking through it, right? Okay, we have winners. So I want to hear big round of applause. Give me some hearts and likes because you've got this, and we have winners. So we've got 3 winners, 1 for each product. So if you can respond to us with a way to get a hold of you, if you want to reach out to us via Messenger, or if you want to email us, support@lifeprofitness.com, and say launch winner, so that we can make sure and get you your free item shipped to you. If we don't hear from you, we'll figure out a way to get to you. But if you want to save us the time, make sure and connect with us so that we can get you your information. We can get your information and get it sent to you without sharing your information publicly with everybody else. Okay. All right. So the AcuCare, that is the Smurf boot looking foot massager. That's what I like to think of it. That's what my daughter calls it, because Smurfs are back again. She's like, Mom, that kind of looks like Smurf feet. I'm like, I know, all the reason to try it, right? So Terry James, you are the proud winner of the AcuCare Pro. All right. The VibraCare. This is like the rock and roll tilting foot massager, can turn it around. And again, it has a different platform and it vibrates ever so subtly. So it doesn't move a lot like some of our other ones do, but it gives you just enough vibration, and you can tilt it into whatever kind of position you want so that you can get the most out of your lower extremity. And so Luis Jackson. Oh, very cool. Luis Jackson, you are the proud winner of the VibraCare. Luis Jackson, or Lewis, whatever, Lois Jackson. So I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong, but Lois, Lewis or Luis Jackson. And then last but not least, this is awesome. They surprised me. We have two winners for the X-FlexCycle Pro. We are in trying to spring all of you into wellness. We're trying to give you all the opportunity to get better every single day at overall health. And Joel is one of the most giving people I've ever met in professional or in a personal kind of a sense. And he truly embraces and loves his customers. So thank you, Joel, for giving us two X-FlexCycle Pros today. If you are Todd Rising or Ash Holcomb, you get an X-FlexCycle Pro sent to you free on us for participating today and letting us know what your favorite products are, because we know you've got this. So again, Todd Rising or Reising, R-E-I-S-I-N-G, and Ash Holcomb, which I've already commented on. Love it. Okay, so those are our winners for today. Again, at the bottom, if you're interested in wanting to learn more about the differences on the foot massagers or some other devices, I need to know what you want to know about. If you have not watched the videos on YouTube first, watch those first, because I put a lot of time and effort into making those videos available to you as well as Joel, so that you could see all of our new devices that are coming out up close in person with a video crew actually showing everything versus me using my phone. And so if you can take a peek at those before you ask your questions, I would greatly appreciate it, so that I can maximize the opportunity to really answer the questions that aren't already out there. And then last but not least, I'm pulling up here right quick because we have another live next week. Yes, next Thursday. Next Thursday, 6 p.m. I know so many of you cannot wait to get another workout in with me. And so we are surprising you next Thursday at 6 p.m. I am going to lead you in a workout with the vibration platforms. So if there's something specific that you're wanting to learn, if there is a platform out there that you want to see more of, because I have all of them, for the convenience of teaching all of you how to maximize them at home. If maybe you want me to throw together some combinations of the 21-day challenge. If you are not familiar with the 21-day challenge, go to YouTube and type in Amber Lifepro 21-day. And it's going to show you 21 different videos, all very short videos, of how you can use all of your vibration platforms at home in a series of 21 days in a row, or however you choose to use it. But I give you all of my tips, tricks, and secrets as to how you can get used to them and using them all over your body for a variety of different goals and outcomes. So if you have not attempted the 21-day challenge, it starts very, very easy. Some of you, it's too easy, and it gets very, very hard. Sky's the limit. And little secret, I didn't let you know all my secrets. You get to continue to watch. So that being said, if you want to join me next Thursday evening at 6 p.m., I will be leading a live workout, because I know you've been dying to do a live workout with me, and we haven't done one in a long time. So I need the workout, because those of you that know me, I have shrunk down using the Lifepro devices, and I've done it all in social media. So I haven't done any workouts outside of what's already been featured on Facebook and YouTube. And so if you want to see what I've been doing along the course of this weight loss journey, it is all available. The whole process is all available to all of you on social media. You just have to go back and watch all of those. So yes, awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, so remember, at the end of each day, remember what amazing, magical things happened each day to make you feel glowing inside, whether it was something small or something big. And if you've had a bad day, remember all the positivity that you have right in front of you, because it only takes one bad thing to bring all that positive down. So make sure, if you're letting others get to the best of you, to remember what's right in front of you, what keeping you happy, whether it's your home, whether it's your sensory, whether it's a little bit of Amber time or Lifepro time. I truly so much appreciate each and every one of you. Many of you have contacted me personally with your stories, and I love hearing from you and letting letting you continue the journey together with me. So if you're having a bad day, just remember it takes a little spark of energy to boost that energy back up. And it's always easier to celebrate others and to be positive than it is to focus on what's not going right in your life. So we all have bad days, but I want you all to remember, I think many of us have already had some of our worst days. And so a bad day can't be as bad as our worst day. So that's the gratitude in it. But anyhow, just remember, you've got this and we've got you. So we're here at your back and we're here to help. So reach out to us, connect to us, support at lifeprofitness.com. Reach out to us on YouTube, on Facebook, or Instagram if you need anything from us, because we are all here for you. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a great weekend. Bye.